Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of our Road to Diamond on Colonist.io in the 1v1 category. Today, we're playing Duncan 4179, and it looks like we have a fairly plentiful ore board. Brick might be a little bit limited. Wood's doing okay, and we should be able to pick up plenty of wheat. And I'm actually thinking that because there's an 8 and a 10, we might go ahead. We might play this 5, 9, 10 pointing down to either get to the 9, 3, 11 or down to the 10, 8, 3. And it gives us some pretty good production, and it gives us 3 of those major starting resources. So the hope is that we can pretty quickly get going in this position here. Now, I got a lot of outreach on the first episode, so I'm really grateful that you guys went ahead and gave me all that information back on how I can improve the video and improve really the quality of what I'm putting out there. It looks like our opponent's going to take the 8, 5, 10 with the best brick, a good ore, and a sheep. And they take the 3, 4, 10. They have all the resources. They don't have a great wood spot. And in this position, I think what we might do is we might play for this. I almost think the 5, 4, 11 going across, building down to this 5, 3, 10 is a good idea. Because then we have a good sheep and we're building towards more. And we're taking away some key expansions because it looks like they might want to go to this like 2, 9. And they can build down and get to this wheat, which is fine. So let's play. It does take out our road game, kind of. They'll probably be able to connect. But I think that we outproduce them in those major spots. And they're unable to block us on the wood. So let's go ahead. Let's come on over. And we start the game. We get a wood. And now we're looking for a brick. So we can build and put on this 8, 3, 10 here. Now, as a reminder, in 1v1, what you'll notice is that 7s before either player is on 3 points are simply going to result in no one getting anything. Here, because the sheep isn't super effective on its own, we're going to go ahead, we're just going to build. And now we do have a choice to make. Do we go for the immediate settle? And I think we do. I think the production's too good here, plus getting the ore and getting the best ore is going to help us to ramp up production a little bit quicker than we otherwise normally would be able to. And here, what we might want to consider is plowing up, trying to get to this 9, 10, 4, which is their pretty clear expansion. I think that they'll probably, I guess they're going to city. And here, if we get a brick, do I think that they can plow? Maybe. So I'm going to hold. We get another brick. And if we can get one more wood here, we're actually in like a super optimal position. Yep, there you go. And that's why we hold. Otherwise it might be a mistake. This is their only wheat. So we're going to snap off there. And I don't want to get plowed, but I don't think they have enough material to actually plow us. So after that, we can play here, double the 11. There might also be an argument for trying to hold one more and plowing all the way to this 8, 3 with the ore port. So we're going to do that, try and get one more wood. They get a 7, so they're going to steal a resource. Ideally, I'd want to take either the sheep, wheat, or ore here. Probably the sheep is the best steal for us. And they do manage to pull a wood. But we get a 3. I think we're going to dev once. It gets us a road builder. They steal a wheat, which is fine. There's also an argument to go down and try and get to this 10, 9. Now here does put us on the best brick. Now I think if we go here, do they have a chance to plow? Maybe, maybe not. There's the 5. There's the 7. And we're going to block their 6 because it once again is their only good wheat spot. And I don't feel bad about our position. We're down a point early. We get a wood. And maybe we kind of make way like we're just going to go down, play a little peacefully for this spot. Even though if we had a wheat, we had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost. So we're going to hold. That 5 would be a golden roll. 5 would be a golden roll. But we do need to do something here. So let's go ahead. Let's build down. Let's get into this position here. The 7 comes. I expect the 5 wheat is going to get blocked, and they block the ore. They get a 2. We get an 11. And there's our wheat. Now, do we do the plow? We're almost there. I almost think we take this 6-3-4 for the production first. So let's do that. I don't think we're in a huge rush to get to this spot, and I don't think they necessarily expect the plow either. But now we do need to get a brick pretty quick. And they're giving up a lot of road building materials to make that city, which I think is going to be to our benefit. And so we have 5 sheep. Let's port down for a brick. We're going to hold 1 turn. There's another sheep. They get 2 wheat now, so that 6 is really going to cook for them. And they do have this really nice ore wheat sheep set up. And I think that this ore port is going to be a major part of their plan. They get the 8. We'll hold. The 9 is a great roll. So if we go here, 1, 2, and we're there. So let's play our road builder. We're going to go here, place a road, and plow right onto that 3, 8 ore port. And now once we can get these things open, it should be a fairly nice match for us. And I still think we block this 6 wheat, as it's their only wheat. They might try and go for this wheat port up here, which is also fairly strong for them. I think they have a knight, but they don't play it. A wood. And here, I might port down 4 for 1. We make a lot of wood. Let's get a dev card. We get a yop, which is, I think, a good spot here for us. They get a sheep, or we get a sheep. And we're just making an absolute ton of sheep. Now, is there a sheep port accessible to us? It's all the way up here. So I'm going to argue that's not a good spot for us. But if we build here, and we build a yop, we can get to this for the 3-to-1 port. And I don't think that that's a terrible idea. So let's go ahead, let's get another road. We'll port down and empty our hand. We get a victory point, which is, I think, should be nice. And that 8 now is very, very strong for us. I think we might want to try and city this 8-3-10 or even this 5-9-10. And ideas of getting down to this 9 are always there. And we are going to get plowed, which is super unfortunate. Silly me. I should have thought about that one. They just built a ton of roads, by the way. Now we get a knight, which is good. So now this 7, we're going to put it right back on one of their resources. And we are now, one thing that I've been trying to learn a little bit about is pacing. So in this case, if we look at the right side of the board, you'll see that we have the amount of robbers. Like we talked about last time, is if we can get to 3 robbers, then that allows us to take the largest army, which is 2 points. And we just make so much sheep here. I'm realizing this was probably the mistake. Yeah, because now they're going to come back. We're not going to get road. But I don't actually think that we need road in this position. We do have to city. So I did not do a good job of counting here. Let's get a wheat. Let's get an ore. And let's get that 3rd ore. It's pretty expensive, but it does get us another open settle. A 5 is great. We might try and actually plow up to see if we can't get to this sheep port. And some of this too is just trying to figure out what our best options are in regards to what we have to play. And sometimes we just don't have a good play, which is the reality. There's the 8. An unfortunate miss there. We're at 7, our opponent's at 9. They do have two devs down, which is a little concerning. They could have a victory point. They could have a mono. One of the ops has been played. One of the road builders has been played. And I didn't see a second road builder in case I might have missed it when they built all those roads, but I don't think that's the case. Now, if any of you guys are interested, there is a league that plays off of a Discord called the Champions League for Colonist.io. It's run by some really good people. The mods on the site are just excellent, and they do a really nice job of asking questions promptly. And the community as a whole is pretty positive, and they keep everyone having a good time and really participating with one another. Let's block the 6 again. The brick doesn't do us anything here. They didn't play to remove the robber, so I'm a little concerned. There's the mono. They take 2 ore. And they're going to city again. We get some wood. And because we haven't landed on a port yet, that does leave me a little concerned. But we're going to go up to this position here. And we're going to pass. We're getting really, really close to something. We have 9. So we are at risk of 7ing out by going through. But I think in this position, you kind of have to go for it. Great. Not fun, not ideal. We make enough wood. I think we're going to get rid of that. Let's place it on the 10. Brick is not really what I wanted there. And we just get more brick. And their 9 is just absolutely cooking us right now. This is looking like it might be a GG, folks. We might just be getting handed to us. Now we have 2 rows left. So we have this here. I think we maybe place... What do we do here? I want to put us on the best spots possible. So let's maybe go up here. And now we have a bunch of open settle spots. That's going to kind of be our key to movement. And we just can't find anything. And we can't even play. So, big risk. We have 10 cards. And we survive, just barely. I think we have to port. Oh, I forgot. I completely had forgotten that we have the port there. So that's funny. Let's grab 2 wheat for 2 settles. And we're going to pop them on this spot here. And we misread again on what we actually have. Let's get an ore. Or let's actually get our wheat, because we make a lot less wheat. And we'll pass. We get a brick. I've kind of hard stuck myself here on accident. And I wonder, we still have pacing for army, but it's not the best pacing here. They place their city, or their settle. With a 3-1, we can get another ore. And let's city the... Because we have this port... Well, I guess this one might be best because we get the 6 and 4 combo. There's a wheat. We're going to drop it right here next. And we might be making a small comeback. Not a great one, albeit, but a comeback nonetheless. In this 6 wheat should help us to at least speed the process up. Our opponent's on 12 that we can't take from them, which is really, really unfortunate. And now that their 10 is unblocked, I think we're in a little bit of danger unless we can move very, very, very fast. All right, so that's not terrible for us. Let's grab an ore and we'll dev. That's a great pull. We can take this. I think the ore is what opens up their position the fastest. After another roll, we have another. Let's grab another dev and see if we can't get army. Road builder is terrible. That may be the single worst pull that we could have had, because we can't even use it. So that's going to sit dead in our hand. Our opponent has 10 cards. That looks like a GG to me, especially if they have 2 victory points sitting in there. And as GG. Unfortunately, we lose this game. It's our second game. We lose 11 points, and we're down to 1392. Our opponent did pull 2 of the VPs, which is unfortunate. The 7 rolled the most. We did have an overroll of both the 5s and the 9s and the 10s. And then that 11 just completely overrolled. Our opponent crushed us with this this sheep. And I actually don't even remember where the second 11 was on this board. I think it might be somewhere down here on the bottom. And the 4 also overrolled, which is this wood. But that's going to happen. You know, we gave it a fight. We got our way back up to 10 points, and we really were starting to create a little bit of counterplay. Thank you, everyone, for all your support on the first video, and I will see you guys on episode 3.